Now let's see something about data types. Now what these data types are in Java. So let's say one by one. So in Java we have primitive data types. Primitive are the built-in data types. Fine, primitive are built-in data types. In that we have Boolean, means which will have only value true or false, either true or false. 1 means true and 0 means false. Then you have character data type called as char. Another data type is it is character, that is char. Like normally your C, C++, Java has char. Here also C, C++ has a char. Here Java also has char. Then for floating point you have float and double. For floating point you have float and double. And for integers, integer is a wide range. It has 1 byte integer, short integer, integer and long integer. In case of C and C++, the short and long were modifiers, but here these are data types. So primitive means these are built-in data types. Non-primitive derived, they are derived data types. Now they are derived from the primitive data types. So you have arrays, strings, classes, interface, enums and objects. So these are the other type of data types. Fine. So now Boolean has two values, character, float, double. Floating point there are float and double. For byte, that is short and int and long. So integer are of byte, short, int and long. And non-primitive, that is which are being derived. They are being derived from the basic data types. Those are arrays, strings, classes. One by one we'll take all. Fine, one by one we'll take all. Now coming to the next, that is byte length. Fine, what is byte length? So now if you take byte is of 8-bit. Here short is, in short int basically it's of 16-bit. Then you have integer which is of 32 bits. Long integer is of 64 bits here. And floating point 32-bit, double is 64-bit. Now here character is 16-bit and Boolean is only 1 bit. Why 1 bit? Because it is either true or false. That is 1 or 0. That's why it requires only 1 bit. Fine. So 8-bit for byte, 16-bit for short, 32-bit for int, 64-bit for long, 32-bit for float, 64-bit for double and 16-bit for character. So byte is 1 byte, short is 2 byte, int is 4 byte, long int is 8 bytes, float is of 4 bytes, double is of 8 bytes, character of 2 bytes and Boolean is of 1 bit. And see, you can see the range of the data. It can store both negative as well as positive numbers. So this is what is the different byte length of the data types. So if you compare with C, in C and C++ integer was of 16 bits. Here it is of 32 bits and their long int was 32 bits. Here it is 64 bits. Fine. And float and double all are same like your C only. Character in C, C++ it is of 1 byte. Here it is 2 byte. Whereas C and C++ doesn't have Boolean data type which is being supported in Java. So I hope till this point it's clear to you. Let's move ahead. Now let's see the escape sequence. Now like C and C++, Java also supports some escape sequence. And escape sequence is basically to change the sequence of the output. Now let's say if I want between the two character more a gap, a big gap. So I can give /t. It will give gap of 1 tab. 1 tab is generally 8 characters. Fine. So 8 spaces. Backspace means it will move the cursor 1 space back. /n, which we mostly use, is for new line. /r will move the carriage return to the starting point of the line. Actually, when I display the line, the cursor blinks at the end. So when I click the when I write /r, the cursor will blink to the starting of the line. /f is formatted text at this point. slash question mark, slash double quotes, and slash slash. These are basically to display single quotes, double quotes, and slash. Now, why slash is written? Because already single quotes, double quotes has its meaning. For character, single quotes, and for string, double quotes. Fine. So here, to nullify that effect, that single quote should work as a single quote, double quote should work as a double quote, slash is to be written. So the moment I write slash single quotes, it is purely single quotes. Now it won't treat anything as a character data. So this is what is escape sequence. So I hope till this point things are clear to you.